Hello, my name is Donyale Bivens, and today I will be presenting my informative speech. My audience today will be my mom, Cheryl, and my brother, Rashad. Someone once said, food is the way to one's soul. That is true for me. Do you love eating something that reminds you of your grandmother? I sure do. I love cooking food that has been passed down from my great-grandmother, which she learned from her mother. My great-grandmother was born in 1909 and learned how to cook with things left over from her parents' farm. When she cooked, she put a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a lot of soul into her dishes. While learning to cook from my great-grandmother, she used recipes she remembered taught to her over the years. Recipes taught to her were from her ancestors through word of mouth, who were once American slaves. This is how soul food was born. I will inform you about the history of soul food by discussing 3 different topics. The background of how soul food started, types of food in the soul food cuisine, and why soul food is important to the African American community. With these 3 topics, you will be informed of how and where soul food started, a couple of main staples, and why soul food is important to the African American community. Soul food all started with American slavery. It all started with enslaved slave Africans who were transported to the Americans and the Caribbean. When the enslaved Africans reached the North Americans, according to Regalski, rations of food were given to the slaves. Most rations were pork and corn, which were 2 of the slaves' main staples. Today I have with me a couple of staples that we use today. 1, grits. Number 2, ready-made corn muffin mix. And 3, sweet potatoes. One of the main staples, pork, was not today's pork chop. Slaves were given the feet, head, ribs, fat back, and organs of the hog. According to Regalski, to hide the poor flavor of the lesser cuts of meats, slaves would season the meat with red peppers and vinegar to help it taste better. As far as corn was a favorite ration of the slave owners to give to their slaves. According to a review by Petrick, corn was used to make hoe cakes and cornbread. Slaves used these hoe cakes and cornbread to sop up liquid from their dishes and to use as utensils. This leads me to the importance of soul food and the importance of soul food in the African American community. Preparing soul food reminds one of how we are blessed to have a choice of what we eat and yet still being able to enjoy what our ancestors ate. When my family and I get together on holidays, we prepare different items that were made by my great-grandmother. This is important to us because we are able to remember good times we had with her and at the same time honoring traditions. Through the preparation of soul food, it brings family closer together. Family members can spend time with one another while preparing soul food and share tips and tricks learned over the years to make dishes taste even better. In closing today, when eating soul food, whether it is a slice of sweet potato pie or a bowl of collard greens, you will remember where and how soul food started, other types of soul food to prepare and eat, and how soul food can bring family closer together. And this concludes my speech. Does anyone have any questions? All right, thank you for coming today.